Yo, what's good with Han? We back, brand new episode of Threes from the Ring Pod. It's your boy Chris J. By the time you guys listen to this, nigga be 33. So shout out to my Kareem year. Tyler, you bogus, which I don't want Scottie Pippen allegations on me because that dude's a goofy. But
hey, yo, I'm Scottie Pippen.
like no, Kareem year. At least Kareem a real one. But either way, with that said, Mike, y'all gift to me, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff for the team and for me, because hey, that's how we gonna eventually get paid off this. But we got the boy Trail Sav here.
Here.
Boy Tyler here.
Yo.
All right, cool. We all here. So with that all said, let's go ahead and get right into it. We got hoops to talk about. Oh wait, wrong one. We got hoops to talk about. Plenty of has occurred. All-Star weekend, halfway of a success. We got Chris Paul's funeral we got to do. Shout out to our homie Verlon. But we're going to start this off with the events that occurred right before the All-Star game itself occurred Sunday night, and that is the KD files. So, pretty much, allegedly, this could be somebody KD. We don't know. It could be, might not be, but in some Discord, and I feel like we got to start throwing lashes out to people who leak group chat and Discord screenshots, because y'all are weirdos, G, and that's like legit lashing type behavior. God don't like that, man. That's a form of gossip. But anywho, supposedly KD is in this Discord talking crazy about teammates, former teammates, how he feels about his peers, other sort, various things. Also made a joke about that nation that we shall not disclose on this podcast, because I do not want us to get lost in the algorithm since they run everything. So I'm not even going to mention that. Because, hey, look, I'm not going to touch that. But anywho, a lot of hilarious things in there. Let me bring this up, but it does kind of hurt KD in a sense, because, and look, you talking about your own teammates in this crazy manner. My favorite one being how you talk about Harden being delusional, but plenty to say here. But
no, yo, you talking about Harden being delusional? My favorite one is referring to anybody that's not black, the Europeans.
Oh yeah,
you don't even say the nigga's name, bro. He just said the European.
So like, here's one, and I quote, and this is about Kyrie and Luka. This is my assumption. It's Kyrie and Luka, because who else is Kai? But no, that nigga Kai really on his best behavior around the European, but treat his own people like we owe him something. Like, gee, what we owe?
Talking crazy.
And then hold on, and then adds on. You would have thought me and James ished on that nigga for real. Like, damn. Like, you really like, dog. Kyrie knows. Look, man, he almost got banished out the league because of that situation in Brooklyn when he spoke about certain things. But hey,
in hindsight, he ended up not being wrong.
We're not going to talk about those things because it goes back to a nation that runs the algorithm, and I'm not trying to get us lost in the algorithm.
Oh no, I thought we was talking about the COVID thing. Never mind.
Oh no, well, Kyrie said a lot of stupid things, but during that time frame, the COVID thing, and then also the one that really got him in trouble was sharing that.
Yeah, the anti-Semitic. Okay, I know everybody like to talk about that certain state, but before people get it twisted, that video wasn't just like Zionist hate stuff. Like, that video was straight anti-Semitic Holocaust denying. Because there's a difference between being critical of Zionism and being stupid to think the Holocaust didn't happen. Like, there's two different things. Yeah. So for the people saying, there's a lot of Kyrie defenders who will come out and say, well, this video got some truth to it, look at the current events. While those are two completely different things. But if that really is KD, this is really, really weird. And I wonder like it has to be some truth to reports about like basketball players really are just friends on the court. Like, and I kind of can see it. Like, I hate bringing up Bron in conversations that Bron ain't got nothing to do with, but I kind of see it in situations like you can tell who is LeBron friends after he leaves a team and, you know, on the team. And I think you go all about handshakes. If man ain't got a handshake with you, bro, I don't think you really your friend.
Business is business.
And honestly, that's why I'm like, I don't even think, that's why I'm saying, I'm like, he really didn't have no much handshakes with this Lakers team, unless nobody's posting them. He probably only got one with Bronny, Austin Reeves, and maybe Luka at this point.
No, he got one with Rui.
Oh, okay. Oh, shout out to Rui.
He got one with Rui. I think I've seen him doing with Jackson Hayes.
Shoot, LeBron's part of the reason
I
why
don't know,
Jackson
man.
Hayes is still on that roster.
They be catching LeBron throwing them the eye about if he wants to up out of there.
The latest LeBron, I'm gonna get you up out of here with that Gabe Vincent. Oh, that's the funniest one.
That might be the best
bro.
one. That's the best one.
Oh, bro, that one, I was dying, bro. Dying.
Whatever. I don't care what nobody say. Like, yeah, we got the D Wade, the Kyrie stare. Even though the Kyrie one is still a little bit. That's a bit over exaggerated. But the Gabe Vincent one, I was like, nah.
Oh my God, bro.
That one,
bro, that
switch
nigga.
cheese contract. Get it out.
That bitch somewhere.
But you do kind of see, like, if this really is KD, and it's not just somebody posing as KD, because one, I don't know the significance of 77 in his name, because all KD stuff is like surrounding around basketball, and I don't know the significance of 77, but I do say this. People were saying that was his burner way before this stuff blew out. Like tweets from like 2023 saying that's KD's burner. So there's a lot of truth to this. And to think it all started because he got some questionable investment in some drones that's going to a certain, country doing things that, unholy. But it's just funny, right? I think another funny one was the meme he had was like all the Steph stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
And the meme he had of like saying, "What happens if you don't stuff the ball and you got an open shot?"
If you don't pass up your shot and screen for Steph, you getting waved. I was like, damn.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Look, man, that's kind of that's fitting. Be honest, he knows. But this is probably still the most bogus one. And look, as me being the most, I don't really like Russ like that guy on this pod. Calling that man Russ the triple-double cocaine bear is probably like, yo, if I'm Russ, I have to throw the fade at you, G. I have to. I have to throw the fade at you.
Like, I talk to Chris more than I talk to probably much anybody now. I don't gossip. I don't call niggas out their names when I'm talking. Even if we having a conversation about people that we both friends with, I don't call nobody out their name. How do you do that? Like, even when we worked at Adidas, bro, I ain't never, on the coworkers, I ain't never like, this nigga stupid. I can't stand this nigga. Even when people had problems, I just be
that
like,
was more me.
Yeah, that was more Chris. You gonna do it?
Yeah,
it is what it is, Chris. I literally hit niggas with that. How do these niggas, like, it is different from being an NBA player, because certain niggas can cost you cheddar. Like, if a nigga say, look, I can't play with this nigga on my team, bro, you gone. So I'm confused. Like, did he really just see these niggas as coworkers?
That's the thing. It's like, bro, like I said, once again, it all goes back to allegedly if this is him. It's like, bro, my main thing is also how you talk about your current teammates. The Jabari Smith thing, dude looked up to you, G. That's your idol.
So they called that nigga They called that nigga Syndrome from The Incredibles, folks. They said that nigga was looking up to like Mr.
See,
Incredible.
it's stuff like that that's very specific that makes me believe it's him. Because nobody's getting that specific.
No, Twitter called him that. He ain't say it. But, no, Twitter called him that because Jabari Parker looked up to KD. Like, Jabari Smith, my bad. Looked up to KD like KD was his favorite player. He wants to play like KD when he gets to the NBA, blah, 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 blah. KD said, this nigga can't hit a three, man. Can't hit a three or play defense, bro. I know that had to hit them. Like, I'm pretty sure Sengun don't care, because my guy, what's his name? Ime Udoka said it in a press conference about Sengun not playing defense. Like, so I'm pretty sure Sengun, like, hey, the whole team tells me I don't play defense. Nigga, I'm not about to start. So, but I know that hurted Jabari if he's seen that. I'm pretty sure Russ and KD never really had a great relationship outside of defending each other on the basketball court. Now, the Kai and KD situation, I'm pretty sure their friendship ended Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like,
that whole situation. Like, that whole Brooklyn thing prior was like, Because they were slated to win a championship. And that team, when that team broke up, it was
a whole super group name and everything.
Yeah. You know, they were slated to do something crazy. But again, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. But KDG, look, man. KD's probably, like, just to wrap this up, KD's probably the most on the internet ass dude ever. Like I told you guys, I think he had to be in internet message boards. He had to be one of those guys like talking crazy and saying whatever on internet message boards. Then when Twitter came out, because one of his most notable tweets is about how much he loves Twitter. So it's like, gee, he had to be an internet message board guy. And the reason why I know I was casually on internet message boards, so I know how the ones who were dedicated in certain rooms handled themselves. Shoot,
it's different when you an NBA player doing what he's allegedly doing though. This
is mainly because he's a star. He's a superstar. He's one of the faces. He is one of the faces of this past generation.
Even if it was Michael Porter Jr. saying some stuff like this, like that'd be still kind of it's just crazy to say stuff like that.
Well, shoot, he went on to this stuff. So
yeah,
the new,
I think
that's the new era's yappity
One,
but at least his face is in that one.
Like you said, Chris, one, niggas shouldn't leak things. Like, don't leak it. You shouldn't talk about people behind their back either. Like, before and stuff like that. But niggas shouldn't leak things. Like, you found that apparently he had this burner for 3 to 4, 5 years or something like that. So if you have that information, you could have been said something, but you decided to say it now towards the end of this man's career on a new team and stuff like that. Super weird. Also, you know, like it probably is him, because him being super internet twittery, he has yet to say anything against it. So unless, nigga, you ain't got no family, so you going out and vacationing for All-Star Weekend, you can pull up your phone. You ain't entertaining no hoes, so you can pull up your phone and say like, hey, you know, that's not me. Niggas is lying. Even if you can lie and say that, but you're not defending the allegations whatsoever. Most likely is your burner. And he already said he had another burner after, you know, the first burner situation, but this time with the teammates.
He probably really don't care.
You don't? No, nigga 18 years in the league, multi-millionaire, 7 feet, like he good, bro. Like
it's really nothing to him. That's why I say he gotta be just bored.
Just messed up team chemistry. I don't even think it messed up team chemistry. You go in there and say, I said some things I shouldn't have, but let's keep this stuff off the court, but let's keep on the court, you know, relationships.
He probably don't even say all that. He probably go back to practice and check ball.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's how I see him operating.
But anywho, let's move on. let's go ahead and have Chris Paul's funeral. Once again, I'm just gonna open up with this. It's very unfortunate how Chris Paul thought he was getting a retirement tour, and the Clippers and the NBA said, "Yeah, bro, just go home, G. Go and stay home." Matter of fact, 'cause the Clippers sent him home. Go stay home, be a family man. Go ahead and raise up your son. Be there for your wife. Damn shame how they did Chris Paul. I know this out and it's crazy, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta learn to be the vet, G. That's all it is. Sometimes you gotta learn to just be the vet and let things play out, G. Because that's probably what's Chris Paul's downfall. Clippers wanted him to shut up, sit on the bench, be a player coach. Not even be a player coach, because he was coaching and they say, "What the hell are you doing?" So, hey man, it's unfortunate.
But my thing, even still, again with that, it's like y'all know who Chris Paul was before that. Y'all had him there for as long as y'all did. Y'all know who he is.
I mean, one, I see both sides of the coin. One, quit being a female if Chris Paul is, making you feel some type of way in the things that he say to you on the basketball court, if playing defense and stuff like that. Two, the team did get better when he left. They ain't no better now, but the team did get better when he left. So it is what it is. But I agree with Chris. Just be an OG, bro. This is your retirement. Brother, them niggas wasn't going to win no title when you on that team, and it was not going to look like they were going to be in the playoffs when he was on this team. That's perfect retirement tour scenario. You ride out on a trash team and call it a day. But now they sent you over to Toronto, told you do not pack your bags, do not get ready, do not do anything. Nigga, you are staying at the crib.
Passport, G. Don't even find a place to rent at, G.
The fact that Bron couldn't give you a job, bro.
Look, man, Bron probably didn't want him on team anyway.
Like, I would have thought Bron could have simply been like, hey, let Paul, play to the fans. He been trying to get to the Lakers his whole entire career. They'll send him out the only way the Lakers can. Blase. Boy,
at the same time, they probably tired of doing Bron favors at this point.
Them guaranteed they tired of doing Bron favors.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I get it though. I just think not even just with Chris Paul. I think the league kind of setting a bad precedence, because obviously they're not gonna do something like this to somebody the caliber of LeBron. They didn't do this to Kobe, they didn't do it to Mike, they're not gonna do it to Bron. But like guys that are, was he a 20-year vet, multiple time all-star, wherever you got him, ranked as an all-time point guard and everything, like he has, the accolades to be, revered as, one of the players that the league should remember. So guys like that, I don't know, it just feels like they've made a habit of kind of pushing certain guys out in a kind of, unceremonious way. And again, everybody don't got to get a retirement tour. I don't care who you are. Everybody don't got to get a retirement tour. But at the same time, you could still, allow them to go out with some type of grace, some type of honor. Because at the end of the day, it is, a sport where you try to, make sure that the guys that help push the game forward, at least, are somewhat appreciated and everything. So I don't know. I don't think it's it's like the best look, but it's not the end of the world. He was retiring at the end of the season regardless. So
I think it's not even necessarily said a bad president. On my end, I think he overstayed his welcome.
Yeah.
Like, Bron got about 2 more years before niggas start saying, bro, you low-key don't need you. Like, go home, be a family man.
Some of them saying it this season.
Yeah, no, shoot, I'm dang there in that camp. If he wasn't my go,
I'm one of them.
I'm not mad at that though. Sometimes people do overstay their welcome.
Because it's really all about, it's really sincerely all about, your benefit outweighs the negativity that you bring, right? Like Bron 5 years ago, if he said, I'm tired of this all-star stuff, I'm tired of, all the stuff he said he tired of and things of that nature. Oh, my nigga, you still a top 5 player in the league. You still with a great, but Bron said it now when there's an argument for him being top 15. I'm like, all right, nigga, pipe down. Like, you the GOAT, but nigga, you can go. So, and that's Bron we talking about. You throw that over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul say, let's lock in. Like, nigga, you lock out. All out. Like, go. And then, especially you're not a benefit to the team. Nobody's asking you to become a player coach. Nobody, like.
And that's why it's like.
I think he probably should have, when the Spurs let him go, that's probably when he should have.
He should have just stayed there, and they would have. Wemby would have respected it. Stephen Castle. Even,
I thought they didn't want to re-sign him.
I think he just didn't want to stay there. He thought, and the thing, especially because he probably didn't want to bother the youth. He was like, look, man. But at the same time, like, bro, you could have been a mentor to that team. Would have been a mentor to that young coach and all of that. And you would have sat on the bench because best believe you're not about to play who's on this roster. You would have been sitting next to Sohan at the time. Shout out to him being a Knick, by the way. But yeah,
he did get released.
But either way, if he stayed with a young team, would have been cool. And the Raptors is a young team, and they said nah. Bro, his best bet would have been probably just sat with the Bulls, live in Chicago for the rest of the year, eat Italian beefs, and been happy.
I wouldn't even send him to the Bulls.
Berlin would have bought a freaking Chris Paul jersey. It would have been disgusting, but I bet you he would have been a lone person about it.
I ain't sending nobody to the Bulls at this point. That's a whole nother shit show in itself. But again, I don't know. I just think it's like you said, some players can overstay their welcome, which he probably did to a certain degree. It is what it is at this point, man. When it's time for him to get honored, because I do think he's going to end up being a Hall of Famer at some point. So
yeah,
that's something to look forward to.
For sure. He's gonna get honored, but to be honest, I'm not really sad. It ain't. He stayed in to the point that he started messing up his stats. That's all he stayed past his welcome. When you start absolutely destroying your stats, you go from a person, if you retire now, you want to average 22, 23 points per game, to now you look at your stats and it's 13. Like, come on, brother. You gotta KD.
He ain't heard it that bad.
KG heard his. KG destroyed his stats, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think KG really cared though.
Nah, but Big Ticket overstayed his welcome too.
Definitely did. But yeah, Chris Paul ain't hurt his too badly. Like, you can arguably say if he retired like 3 years ago, he would have still been in fine shape. But either way, let's see. Because for his career, 16.8, 4 rebounds, 9.2 assists. That's a perfect description it's a perfect description of Chris Paul's career. Like, hey, he could have been at moments he could have been a bucket, but at the same time he was the ultimate point guard. That's the best thing you can say about his career. So, and just to wrap it up, let's look at his accomplishments. 12-time All-Star, 5-time assist champ, 6-time steal champ, 11 All-NBAs, Rookie of the Year, 9-time All-Defense, has an All-Star MVP, and was named 75th top 75 player. That's fine.
So he has pretty solid accolades for his career.
Exactly. There's people who will argue Kobe's MVP is his. I'm not going to dwell in that, but it's a case. But that's fine. He had a great career. He just never he saw the finals finally, and he met Giannis. Especially
for a point guard his size, like it's guys like him, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. It's hard for them to do what they did, and they did it for as long as they did. So that's just a more testament to them.
And then people forget Chris Paul before he had that his long ACL injury. Man was athletic as heck. He was dunking.
Remember, he dunked Dwight Howard his rookie year. Took him all the way to the cup.
A lot of people dunk Dwight Howard, unfortunately, but that's a different subject for a different day. Shout out to B Hen. But either way, like, shout out to Chris Paul. You had a great career. It's okay. Go ahead and be a family man to your wife, G. Be there for your kid or kids. I don't know how many you got, bro. And just relax. Like, G, if you really want to be present with basketball, join Amazon, G, and talk the game with Blake Griffin and them, bro. Like,
I could definitely see him getting one of them jobs too if he so chooses to.
That'll he end up a coach. He'll be on somebody's assistant coach in 2-3 years, and he'll be in good shape, man. Shoot, he'll probably be fine. But moving on, let's go ahead and talk about All-Star Weekend, G. So I will sit here and say this: Saturday was a waste of time, but Sunday the job was done. They understood the assignment, man. I will give credit where credit is due. Pray for the dunk contest again. That's all I'm saying. I won't even say retired. Just pray for it. That's all it can happen.
No,
bro. Yeah, no. It's
time, bro.
Because and
they weren't even trying for real.
I was a dunk contest defender. I was a dunk contest defender, so I saw Jackson Hayes dunk, and that was the dunk. It was just a dunk.
Bro, when y'all sent that to me, I just said,
bro did the Yao Ming fast break dunk, bro.
He definitely did. but still, once again, they gotta find ways. Look, and look, I think according to 520, I think Van Fleet took CJ McCollum's job in terms of players union president. Good luck, my brother, in terms of trying to get that. But also Adam Silver, part of it's your fault. But anywho, they gotta find ways to incentivize not even just the stars, just actual prominent players who actually do dunk and all of that to do the contest. That's all it is.
I mean, but what's the other incentive though? Like, you can't. I mean, because I think even Van Fleet said it. He said that, like,
you can't throw money at it.
Some money, but it can't always be about money. It's
sometimes
it's another conversation. Like, the love of the game for certain aspects of it ain't there.
That's also
one love ain't there, but I think it's more of what the players see themselves as, and I think this is a Bron situation too. How they see themselves if they fail at the dunk contest, because Bron is a good end game dunker. Can he do things that make people be like, "Wow, look at that dunk"? No,
I think
he could have very early in his career, but past that, I'm not mad at him not doing it. Because, like, the narrative that he ruined it, I don't like that, because there's plenty of guys that said, I'm not doing it.
And they not saying it. They not saying, I'm not going to do it because Bron said he's not going to do it. No, they saying they not going to do it because they gain nothing from doing it.
Pretty much.
But you lose a lot from having a crappy dunk. Right? Like, look at all the people they clown for even trying to do dunks, right? Like, and it is what it is. Like, Zion go out there and he failed. What people gonna say about Zion, other than the fact that he porking Mario Mills? They gonna say a lot. Like, and go out there and fail. They gonna say some stuff, right? Ja go out there and fail. They gonna definitely say some stuff.
But it's like, it's a weird conversation, because that's definitely something I believe that they think of, but look at the good ones we had. Like, nobody said that. Nobody was worried about that when Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon put on one of the best ones we ever seen. The last great one.
That's true. But ain't that damn near 10 years old now?
That's almost 10 years old. Now, I was going to say this. The last time was super star studded. The last time, as in, there was legit stars. It was Paul George, John Wall, and a few other dudes. And none of them.
That was after that one?
No, it was in between. I think it was before, or
I think that might have been before.
But it was
Paul
like
George
John
did
Wall,
it twice, and I don't think he won, because Paul George was with the Pacers last time he did it.
Yeah, he was.
Take Mike out the equation. Like, take the whole 90s out the equation almost. Do
Not
stars?
even.
The 90s went through an era where they
It's
had
more
some
the
bad
80s.
ones,
The
too.
90s was probably the worst time of the dunk contest.
Do superstars win dunk contests? Like,
Not
I'm
no
not trying
more.
to say that. Like Vince, okay, yeah, but I don't.
Vince that elevated him, if anything.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Vince
that
elevated.
elevated because Vince ain't a superstar.
Kobe was
But
in it, and you could arguably say that was a Kobe push theory. That was a push experiment for Kobe because it was cool, but it wasn't like
Wasn't super spectacular, but he was there because
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's the last
Howard, yeah.
superstar to win one.
you can arguably say if Dwight Howard was the last superstar level player to win it, and it kind of elevated him more in terms of the personality aspect too.
Yeah.
So that's
But,
all
like,
that did. But
Household
other-
name niggas don't win a dunk contest, bro.
Not really. Like, it
Like
is,
Aaron Gordon, if you watch ball, you know him. Zach LaVine, if you watch ball, you know him. But my nigga, Matt McClung,
Yeah.
like, gee, like, come
I
on,
mean,
man.
come on.
Like that's why I
But-
said if you get the most, like that's why I keep saying. That's why I'm not mad when Derrick Jones win. At least Derrick Jones is a rotational player. Even let's look back, Jason Richardson was a bucket, but then he was on the Warriors during their toughest years. Desmond Mason was a rotational guy.
Andre
Give you 12
Iguodala
points.
did. I think did
Well,
Iguodala
Iggy was-
win one?
I think Iggy won.
I
I
think he
don't
won
remember.
one.
But either way, Iggy was a borderline all-star when he did it at the time. That's my point. I'm not tripping. Shoot, the last star who actually legit did it in recent memories, Jaylen Brown, and literally people forget that, and people clown them. But guess what? That man is still an all-star. People don't even bring it up because the way people think. Oh yes, like you'll get joked on probably for a month back.
If
Move
we
on.
saying pure superstar max player leading their team, so you got 2018 Donovan Mitchell, John Wall in 2014. You can say he was a superstar on the Wizards at that
I was
point.
probably that year when it was Wall, Paul George.
Yeah, the Dungy
Yeah.
year most likely, right?
Yeah.
Blake Griffin in 2011. He
Well,
jumped
Blake-
over
Blake-
the Kia.
Blake Griffin's a star, yeah.
Dwight Howard in 2008.
He was already a star at that point.
Then, if you want to give Vince Carter, that's 2000. And if you want to give Kobe Bryant in 97. But Kobe
And-
wasn't a superstar yet.
And then literally they didn't have an all-star. I think they didn't even have a dunk contest for like till Vince Carter, chief.
Yeah, from 97 to 2000, they didn't have a dunk contest. Because one, it was probably bad.
They
And
were
two,
the
like-
90s was the
Well,
worst year for the dunk
99,
contest.
that was the lockout year. So I
But
don't-
even still, bro,
they
I
was
as
like-
somebody that watches NBA TV frequently, after 91 or 92, the dunk contest was tough as hell for
Yeah. The
multiple
only
years.
dunk that I remember, like mid 90s, was D Brown when he did the.
And that was tough. And I
Yeah.
was tough. I was a
Man,
that was
y'all ain't
we got-
cool with Cedric Ceballos
He
or
was
Harold
okay.
Miner?
Harold Miner was.
I know who Harold
was a
Miner
class of
is.
his own. Harold Miner
I'm
was
not-
a class of his own, though. I'll give credit where credit is due. But even then, if he had legit competition, if you was to put his dunks, like it's the funny thing, if you was to do highlights of like his dunks and put them in even like the 2000s, like after Jason Richardson, like that gap between after Jason Richardson stopped doing it to like Nate Robinson, Dwight Howard year, his dunks were pretty mid.
Brent Barry won a dunk contest?
That
I
was
didn't know
during the
Brent Barry
90s.
had hops.
That was during
I
the
didn't know he had
90s.
hops.
Bro, that was the 90s.
Brent Barry won one during the 90s.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
he
was
won.
during the 90s.
96.
See, once again, that's proving my point. So people sitting there like, it was always, no, it wasn't. Stop lying. That's my point.
Yeah,
Y'all
like
are lying to
nobody.
y'all
I would never sit here and say that it was always the greatest thing in the world. But we did go. It's been through stretches where it was really good, then it was mid,
Yeah.
then it got good
The
again.
peaks, the
and
peaks outweigh the bull crap. That's how people see it. They see the Jordan, they see the Blakes, and that's all they think about. The Zach LaVines. That's all they think about in the dunk contest when They're not going to talk about the Fred Jones in 2004.
That was tough. Even though that I still believe that dunk was really raw that he won it with. That was like on NBA Live dunk contest. That was an instant 50 easily, and that was one of the easiest dunks to do. Off the catch it. All right, cool. About to get an easy.
Another
50.
notable, like if we just throwing out notable names, like I don't know if he won, but I know Steve Francis was in the dunk contest where he did some decent dunks.
But that was against Vince Carter.
Okay, so yeah, that was that one.
See, that was against Vince Carter. So like, gee, he was like, gee, I'm fighting for my life. Nothing you can do.
But even still, like that's a good matchup though.
I do think you just replaced the dunk contest with the one-on-one thing, Joe.
And I don't even think I think that's not even going to work so well because once again, God forbid somebody gets 11-0, G.
Oh man,
work on your game.
NBA is a team sport. Everybody ain't gonna want to do the one-on-one. Like Bron not gonna say, "Bro, I want to hit the one-on-one."
I don't expect Bron to do it, but when Muggs sit there and see Cam Thomas freaking 11-0, freaking somebody respectable like Donovan Mitchell, bro, you ain't
going to do it in the Olympic trial. They do it in the Olympic trial.
I was just going to say, I think instead of straight up one-on-one, you probably do like the King of the Hill style. Where you get like you have to do it where it's more of a skill-based thing. Like do it where you only get 3 dribbles.
Just do the one-on-one tournament, cash prize or whatever. Make an NBA player get up, and then you have it.
Either that or they gonna try and horse.
You just ban Wemby. Like this really just ban Wemby. Everybody else can play. You just got to ban that nigga. But there you go. Horse would take too long.
They tried horse and it don't
take too long to.
But even then, one-on-one take long because I was like.
But that's why I say you do the 3 dribbles thing.
Yeah, 3 dribbles is cool.
3 dribbles.
I'm not about to watch somebody triple threat move for like 22 seconds, G.
You put a shot. You can do a shot clock too.
Also, I think the 3-point joint should close off the show now. It's just more exciting. It's more exciting. It's more exciting.
I think that's a good idea. Also,
I agree until you can get some till Muggs actually want to do it. But either way, and then also I think that might, if you kind of open it with it now, it might force dudes to be like, oh, they ain't gonna remember this. I ain't about to get them jokes for at least all night if I lose. So it might change things. But either who, it is what it is with Saturday at this point. Now, overall, now the actual game in itself, I would keep
much better, much better.
I was gonna say last year wasn't too bad. It was just
last year wasn't bad. I got a confession to make. I need Adam Silver on the cross. I cannot find the station to watch that game to save my life, bro.
It was on NBC, G.
Bro, I was searching.
And it came on early.
It came on early because of the Winter Olympics.
Okay, let me chill out.
It will only happen this year because they don't do the Winter Olympics every year.
I know that, but let's shout out to the Winter Olympics. I was sitting here like, yes,
but
the fact that they don't even let other channels show the bull crap, it's let everybody stream the joint. Like, what's the point of me just sitting here looking for everybody? I don't want to go to Peacock.
Did they play it on Peacock or was it strictly on TV?
It was on Peacock. Peacock gonna say you haven't signed in for forever. Then I gotta wait to text you and Chris and say what the fuck the password is. Fuck, like my bad for cursing, but it ticks me off, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm not. It is sometimes like when I'm searching for games during the week. If it's like for instance, if I don't get on Peacock for a while, I'll forget that it's games on Peacock.
Yeah,
or I'll forget that it's games on Amazon. Like I kind of don't like that it's split up in so many. It's split up a little bit too much for me.
To me, it's more. I'm just at this point. I know what days. Like NBC, pretty much. I know is arguably Sunday through Tuesday. Sunday through Tuesday because of football season. ESPN has it Wednesday, and sometimes they might play a Friday game. Amazon has Thursday, Friday, and they may have a Saturday game. ESPN also gets a Saturday game as well, and I think they get a early Sunday afternoon game as well.
Yeah.
You just gotta just know how they told you schedule. It's just a matter of hey, and ain't like we all don't got the access. It's just time. But either who, but the game itself was really good, man. Like, and if this is the same format as last year, they just made it instead of the Rising Stars and the 2 All-Star teams. They split Team USA versus the world, Young Bloods versus OGs in the world. Also, Norman Powell's an American, ain't he?
Yeah, but
he
decided to jump ship because he Poitouise, however you say it.
Oh, see, he played for Jamaica.
Yeah,
in the world.
I guess. All right, man. I guess.
But, no, niggas like they say about Cat. I know you like your Dominican heritage. Nigga, you grew up in Jersey.
Yeah, like bro, you from you East Coast G. But anywho, it was still a really great competitive game. I'm glad Wemby knows, like, look, bro, I'm about to be the face of this joint. I'm about to be vocal. I said I'm about to play defense. I'm gonna be locked in, and he was locked in. Shout out to everybody else who followed suit. Now, of course, shout out to KD for calling out Jokic and Luka, and they still said we don't give a damn. Like, bro, this is a break. We want our break. But anywho, Wemby showed out. Even though the world got hope.
Like, if let's say like player like they get named, they're gonna be all-stars regardless because you know they're that good to be named all-star that year.
And plus, their countries is just gonna vote them in.
If they so choose that, like, hey, we don't want to play, shouldn't they be able to give up their spots?
No, because
they're not going to give up their spots, though.
Yeah, they're not.
I mean, it's not necessarily nullifying, their all-star selection. It's just like, hey, we don't.
They kind of know it's like, nah, we're still going to show up. We don't care, but we're still going to show up. White privilege. European privilege.
I mean, I'm just asking because that was another thing that people, that's something that people bring up. Is like,
plus, who they going to replace him with world-wise? You're going to put some bonus in, and I don't even think that man's healthy. Who else?
It's a little different this year because it's they kind of lacking, but
yeah, but they not gonna give up because they still gonna show up. Like they know white privilege. Nobody's gonna really beat us up. They're gonna beat up the niggas. It is what it is, but
yeah,
it was still good. Even though it's still they bogus for having Bron and them play 3 straight games because that's why Anthony Edwards and them put the belt to ass. But hey, it was still a great format. I loved it. Shout out to the first 2-3 games. The first 2 games ended in game 1. It was good to see, man. It was great to see. Competitive, fun to see, man. I loved it. But y'all thoughts on the game?
It was cool.
It was a solid game. I was definitely more up to watching than I have been in recent years. So they've been progressively up in the ante a little bit for me, so I'm glad to see the competitiveness, the fun competitive, that they're supposed to bring to the All-Star game.
Yeah, but I would once again, I'm gonna say this again because I think we did this on a previous episode. We listed the scores of previous All-Star games, and people bring this up on Twitter as well. I'm glad people are bringing it up. Y'all gotta stop lying about how competitive the All-Star game is because it was only a select few. The one where the East made that magical comeback and all of that, and then Jordan's last game, the one where Kobe got mad at Bron for not taking the game-winning shot, and the one where, and then of course, like another one in recent memory would be like the one dedicated to Kobe. Other than that, y'all lie. Stop lying about how.
What about the one when the first time they picked teams?
That was
and Bron had the freaking Avengers. Bron had the Avengers.
You talking about the one in Indiana?
I think that was the first year. That was the first Kobe year. That was Kobe
because they locked down. They locked Curry down at the end of the game. That was the funny thing. But
I think
so that's not the one I'm thinking of.
No, that was the year before. No, that was the year before, and that was competitive. And once again, people lied and said that wasn't competitive. Once again,
that was competitive. I personally remember that the All-Star games, the reason they weren't competitive and people complained because the 2 conferences was lopsided.
And it's always been the case. That's always been the case.
Go look at Bron. Go look at the back when Bron and them, Bron and them. It used to be Bron and Paul George. versus the fucking Avengers, dog.
G,
Bron
it
and
was
Dwight Howard versus
Bron,
everybody.
Dwight Howard, and Wade.
Versus everybody.
Like, gee, y'all got to stop lying. It was probably like the Heatles years was probably when it was still somewhat competitive because
They
it was
still got smacked.
and they did because, like I said, it was the Heat, the
Yeah, 'cause
corpses,
it was
the
years where it
corpses
was
of
the
KG
Heat.
and Paul Pierce. I think Dwight Howard went west around that time, so it was like, gee, what we doing? And Derrick Rose only played one All-Star game, and even then, he was emotionless. And once again, he ain't taken seriously as much as we love D Rose. But once again, y'all I'm proving my point. The more we talk about it, y'all keep lying about how competitive it was. Y'all remember the few bright moments where it was.
I think people need to stop using the word competitive and maybe use the word more exciting, because some of those were more exciting than
there was. They
had their
moments. But like,
moments.
Gee, we can sit there and talk about the 2000s. The 2000s was worse. Like Daytra brought the 2010s. The 2000s was worse. Gee, Kobe and Shaq, KG, and Tim Duncan all shared the floor against no center in the East End. If you remember, whoever makes the finals, Shaq was saying about the put belt to butt.
Bro, I think the best big in the East around that time,
Jamal McGlure,
and probably Kenyon Martin.
And Kenyon Martin was a power forward. So that's proving the point more. Dikembe Mutombo. So y'all keep lying, G. Brad Miller made all-star teams in the East, G. Stop talking to me like there was like G, like
need a big body out here.
It was Allen Iverson, Vince Carter again in a couple years, T-Mac against Kobe, KG, Duncan, and Shaq, G. Eventually, Yao Ming.
Nasty.
That pedophile in Utah was coming off the bench, G. What we talking about, G? It's proving
like
my
the
point.
I would say mid 2000s when it got a little bit more even.
Not really, because all they did, G, it was LeBron and D Wade with a combination of the Detroit Pistons or a combination of Celtics, G, with Dwight Howard. No, it wasn't that big of a difference because still you had Kobe, Paul Gasol, and Tim Duncan. And other niggas and the Phoenix Suns.
Those ones weren't that bad. From I don't know. Maybe it's just that one. I think it was maybe 2010.
Oh, and Melo was on the West.
Oh yeah.
It was the West is always gonna be lopsided. Always. Because if we was doing direct East and West this year, been a little nasty. Been nasty. So what are we doing? But anywho. I'm just cool. I'm cool with the format. Next year, I know you can't really do the world. You could if you want to. If you could run it back next year, if you so want to, especially if it's LeBron's final year, you can run that back next year and see where it goes.
Did they announce where it's at for next year yet?
Good question. Let's look that up real quick. All-Star game next year. Start game 2027. It is Phoenix, Arizona, so that's a perfect place for retirement. See, it's a best stage for LeBron for retirement. G, everybody retires in Phoenix, Arizona. But anywho,
everybody really retires in Phoenix, Arizona.
White people do at least, and some black people do who probably But anywho, but let's go ahead, move on. Let's go to wrestling. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with injury updates. Just so we have something AEW to talk about. Daniel Bryan hates himself. At this point, look, man. So reports come out that Daniel Bryan is trying to make a comeback after, well, at least an in-ring comeback, because he's been on TV off and on in a commentating role. But first, the man
said he was done.
He keeps lying to himself. Like I said, this is why I call this Daniel Bryan hates himself. Because there's no way that you see that your wife is being the head of the household right now, taking that TKO check, and you say, I want to go back in the ring. There's nobody. He did have an Ospreay match, right?
I think they did one at Wembley.
Okay, if they had the Osprey match, then G, there's nobody else there you need to wrestle, G. There's nobody else there. You don't need to fight Edge. Because also this is partly, and as I continue the story, this is Edge's fault. So Daniel Bryan makes a report saying it was like prior to this, I can't even be on a plane for too long because my neck starts burning hot. That's a sign that your neck is going to hell. So in that in itself, stop wrestling. That's God trying to tell you where your neck is right now.
Yeah.
Can't even enjoy a flight. So, anywho, then there's a report coming out that Edge puts him on to his neck doctor. And this doctor legit has to do a 6-hour shift focusing on treating your neck just so you can sleep comfortably enough for multiple days back to back. I'm not literally, somebody touch my neck for 6 hours just so it can function means more than I need that is telling to anything. I'll put it that way. So he has been doing this treatment, trying to at least make hopefully a last run in the ring. But Daniel Bryan hates himself. But I would pray that Tony Khan, as you guys see what my name is, a coward, tells him no. He won't because he's a coward. But I'm not calling TK a coward for this reasons, other reasons, because hey, you know, I'm not mentioning it because once again, I don't want our algorithm, us to get lost in the algorithm because of who runs this nation. So, anyway, but Daniel Bryan, love yourself. Your family wants you to be present for them, G. Just be present for them, my brother. Love yourself. Any other thoughts on Daniel Bryan trying to make another in-ring return? And yeah.
I love Daniel Bryan, so I don't know. Oh, Bryan Danielson, I should say. So I don't know. I hope his brain is intact and he's not talking to himself in the mirror.
I mean, there's nothing left for him to accomplish. He's pretty much he has a cemented Hall of Fame career all the way through.
No man, just love yourself, G. Sometimes God talks to you in ways.
Listen to what William Regal said, man. He told y'all once y'all start getting them big neck injuries and stuff, it's time to wrap it up.
And look, people still hate William Regal every time he talks. That man sees a dangerous neck spot and proceeds to legit.
Has he been wrong
tells
about
people,
it though?
It tells people stop doing this. But hey, what do I know? But next injury update: Bianca Belair. So Bianca had since Mania, that was last year. So
that was April of last year. So
almost about 10 months ago. She had a very serious knuckle injury. I thought this whole time she'd had surgery. She had never had surgery on this finger. Now we've all seen how this knuckle/finger looked. It was like, that looks abnormal. It's been many months. There's no way that this is still here. So with that all said, she is finally getting surgery on her finger. Shout out to her for one, collecting the check. I ain't even gonna mad at you, sis. Good job collecting that check over these past years. You really got a chance to stay home, chill, and all of that. Now, and you finally gonna get surgery on this finger. Because clearly the non-surgical option did not go as accordingly planned. So, with that said, best well wishes to you, Bianca, in terms of having a successful surgery. Because look, this women's division needs you badly, and Triple H and them should have pleaded that you had the surgery a lot sooner. But hey, it is what it is. I blame Road Dogg. But yeah, y'all thoughts on Bianca? I hope she finally going to take surgery.
I hope she has a full recovery, because a year out just for the hand is wild. But apparently she like completely like crushed it has to be it probably is, what was it, like the middle knuckle? She crushed one of her knuckles in her hand, so that kind of like stopped. That's probably it. Honestly, dislocated. It probably could be
it's like not crushed, dislocated.
Oh, but even still, like stuff like that, you got to be careful with, because anything could hit a nerve, and you don't know what it can. She might be dealing with, severe carpal tunnel, all types of stuff. So hopefully, she has a full recovery and she's able to come back, full healthy and ready. Come back healthy is the main thing. Like, we just got done talking about Daniel Bryan trying to come back from a neck thing for a third time. Even with your hand, come back as healthy as you possibly can. So it's no rush. It's more so on the roster. They got to get that. They have to get that together, regardless if you coming back or not.
Very much. But Trail, your thoughts?
Hope you get well, Bianca.
Yeah, they need you. All right, moving on. WWE recap. So we haven't recorded since post Royal Rumble. Things have occurred. So Tyler, I'll let you take the lead on what's been going on, and we'll discuss on certain events.
Well, as we now know, Braun Breaker is more than likely out for about 6 months. So his Mania match, whatever match they had planned for him, is pretty much out the window. Suffered a hernia. They're still running with the Masked Man fiasco, so they're at least trying to keep the ball rolling and keep the vision as relevant as they can. So I'm assuming it's probably gonna end up putting the vision in some type of 6-man tag match at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be shocked, just especially considering that they I don't know what the plan would be for like LA Knight and them too. Like, that's another situation. It was rumors going around saying that he might fight Brock. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all. I don't see how that does anything for either of them. Another injury. Chelsea Green confirmed that she broke her ankle too. So whatever Hail Mary we could have thrown for Chelsea Green to get in a championship spot at WrestleMania, that's out the window. Unfortunately, shout out to her. Hope she has a full recovery as well. Yeah, it's a bad time for the injury bug right now, bro. Bad time. What else happened recently? Just to kind of double back to AEW real quick, I kind of like the press run that MJF has been on recently. I like the exposure he's been getting as far as like his thoughts on wrestling as a whole. Like, he really.
I completely disagree. I'm sorry, MJF. Literally, all he does is grift, bro. I know. I hate grifters, G. I hate them with a passion. He grifts. We let the AEW fans say whatever they want to say. We're a premium burger. They're at McDonald's. If you're not watching AEW because of some allegiance to WWE, shame on you. Like,
I mean, yeah, he's been saying that, even when he was kind of going through the whole "am I going to re-sign" situation or not. But I don't. Some of the, I like some of the takes that he's had on like wrestling as a whole. Like, he's not so deep into, the companies that he's in that he can't, see what's good on both sides. But obviously, you got to put over the place that you're at. But outside of that, we're getting Finn versus CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber. I think that's the good move.
Man's cooked. He cooked Judgment Day tonight on Raw too, by the way.
Yeah.
He cooked down.
JD McDonough came back from his injury, and it didn't matter. He put him in the frying pan too.
Shout out to JD. I will say the Elimination Chamber is shaping up to be a good one. Javion is in it, so I already know people was thinking the think pieces of not having a black person in the Elimination Chamber. So Javion being in that joint saves me from reading think pieces on Twitter. I'm glad Gunther's not in it, because to be honest with you, he can't eat a pin anytime soon.
Oh no. Hell no.
I don't think it would. It just don't make sense to put him in that situation. He's probably going to go up against He's got to go up against somebody that he really can beat down.
Shoot, we already know about the happen to Dragon Lee, bro.
Hey,
Dragon
look,
Lee
man,
is
that
somewhere
man
nursing his neck.
bro. That man, look, man, getting over just to get your ass kicked is probably one of the greatest things to ever happen. G, shout out to Dragon Lee, bro. You honoring Rey Mysterio's legacy, G, of just getting hold in epic ways, G. And people love it. Gotta respect it, G. Keep the legacy alive, bro. But yeah, but things like Raw, well, is it honestly to say that SmackDown's the better show right now? Has been the better show outside the CM Punk moments.
Yeah, I would lean more towards SmackDown as far as like overall.
I like the Oba Femi stuff that's on SmackDown. The tag title situation is still. They went from having the best tag title, the best tag team, like roster, to literally the YS6 got it, and it completely destroyed that.
No, wait, and then now, guess who has it?
Solo and them got it now.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Exactly.
So, I hopefully they can get back.
I
on
still
track
like
though.
what they're doing with the group, though. I don't think that they're in the way necessarily.
Oh, they're not in the way. Just fight tag teams.
Please stop.
But that's
like literally.
But that's the problem. They keep breaking everybody up. Or
Tag teams.
in the case of Tommaso and
Well,
why
Tommaso could have
Tommaso
stayed
left.
his ass there. That was the issue. He wanted to go wrestle like NXT Gold. That's more. That's not a WWE fault. That's a
so
Ciampa fault.
Yeah,
so you lose Ciampa, cool. You still got Street Profits. You still got
Motor City
Motor
Machine
City.
Guns is still there.
you
Yeah.
still got a whole bunch of other people that you can use. Like it's not no. You can again. You can make tag teams. I understand that the situation with Andrade ain't work out, so that left Ray Phoenix most likely tagging with his brother soon. But like, you're in a situation in which you have to
they need to just hurry up and just do that too, because I'm kind of tired of people. They're ruining Ray Phoenix because he's losing every match. Like
niggas gonna lose, bro.
They want it for
Somebody
number one.
has to lose.
They wanted to be here. They knew what was coming with this.
Niggas know they wasn't gonna be Roman Punk. We didn't think Penta was gonna be where he's freaking at. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, we didn't think he was gonna be upper mid card, but he became upper mid card. So, it is what it is. Like, I personally think that, I think like I think creative should always be separate if you got two brands. I don't think it should be one person like dealing with creative for SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah.
I also think there should be a different creative person heading over to women's and focus on women's wrestling entirety. Like,
I agree with that.
That too.
but I think if somebody should, I know Triple H probably oversee the big feuds, and I forget that other producer name. He oversee Raw. So, no, not Pritchard. I forget the guy's name. He's a black dude.
You talking about
I
the
forget
guy
his
that
name.
they brought up
I
from
know you're
NXT?
talking about. I know you're talking about the black guy.
He did a lot of
like
stuff
his
in
assistant.
NXT.
I know you're talking about, bro.
And he probably does the smaller stuff, but I really think it should separate the two brands completely. And you have somebody who really work on trying to, because like, people say AEW is their biggest competition. I guess you can put that, but I think that the WWE biggest competition should be complacency. Like, they should not be complacent on what they do. Nigga, we can complain about ticket prices. We can complain about who's at the head of the card. But the one thing that's justified about complaining about is shows feeling complacent. Like, what's the reason for me to tune into SmackDown? What's the reason for me to tune into Raw other than CM Punk? Like, what makes SmackDown different from Raw other than a roster being different? The show's format pretty much feel the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Liv should have been chose who she fighting, bro. Been chose
They're
that.
dragging it out, and then especially now, it's looking like it's going towards Stephanie Becker because she's the one pushing for it. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think it was always gonna have
We're
to
not
be.
stupid. Like your fans are not stupid because most of them are grown. Most of them are like smarter kids to understand. Like living on Raw, that's the Raw champion. When I was a shorty and they had this situation, I always knew. Well, when this person win the Rumble, he most likely going to go against a champion on their brand.
It's pattern recognition. We're
Yeah, we know
recognizing these
this.
patterns since we've been kids.
Like you ain't got to draw it out. And then we focus on getting Jade a respectable challenger, right? And like that's the thing. You fix that tag division. The U.S. title, perfect. Keep doing open challenges. Find somebody respectful for Carmelo to go against, and hopefully he gets a Mania match. Dom on Raw literally held the IC belt hostage with an injury, bro. You take it off of him. It ain't helping him.
You don't really need.
He's been bigger. He's been bigger than the belt. He could have won that belt from Cena and literally lost it the next night, and he would have been okay.
Yeah. So you put that. It's a workhorse belt. That's all it is described to be, a workhorse belt. Oh snap! It's $9.50. Oh, it's a workhorse belt. So you treat him like a workhorse shit. I mean, you treat that belt like a niggas need to wrestle. Like I want to see it. I don't want to see it defended every week like the United States Championship, but I want to see it defended.
Exactly.
Because you can't make the excuse that he's a heel, so heels don't defend their belts like that. Because Gunther had that belt and defended it.
Yeah, he
Ron
made
Breaker
the belt.
defended it when he.
Sammy defended it when he had it. He would defend the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Ain't nothing that you.
And that's what any belt. They have to stop doing this where they put a belt on somebody and they just don't defend it, or like the whole thing. Like I think Jade is I don't know if she's defended it. No, she just defended against.
She just defended against Jordan Grace, which was.
But literally, she won that belt 3 months ago, almost.
But she had nobody to fight.
But that's
not an excuse.
That's not an excuse.
I agree.
But it's an issue. It's they both go hand in hand because they're both in the issue.
Like the niggas booking like Dana White. The niggas booking like Dana White. Dana White, his champions fight depending on if they want to be a fighting champion like Israel and stuff like that. Most of his champions fight twice a year, right? And this nigga booking like wrestling Dana White, in which he want all of his champions to feel like Brock Lesnar. He want all of his champions to feel like Roman Reigns.
Which shouldn't be.
And that's just not gonna be the case. Them two niggas was part-timers, right? We don't want to see that. If I had kids and I'm taking my little trails and trailets to a WWE show, I want to see the big stars wrestle, right? If I'm paying for Netflix just to watch WWE, I want to see CM Punk wrestle. I'm paying for it.
What you do?
Not no dark match. You know what I'm saying? I want to see these niggas wrestle. I want to see Dom defend that title. I'm paying for it. This stuff is not cheap. ESPN stuff, Chris, you might not see that $10, but stuff don't change, bro. Like that, you literally have to create a show. Nobody telling y'all to be AEW when we expecting to see somebody do force screwdrivers and power drivers every week. Well, niggas want excitement.
That's all we asking, G.
That's all we asking.
Yeah, but like I said, overall, it's getting slightly better. It's getting better. SmackDown, at least. Raw, kind of like, I would say post Rumble, Raw has fell off a bit. SmackDown has elevated in itself more because just the excitement from what I'm seeing. Plus, shout out to Oprah Femi out here abusing white folks. All for it. Shout out to good work on Black History Month. But
shout out to Kit Wilson. He's also really good, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Kit Wilson taking advantage of the moment.
Definitely.
So shout out to Kit Wilson, G. Like you understand your job is to be a rag doll, G. You understood the assignment.
He's in terms of like that annoying heel. He's almost like how Dolph Ziggler was when he first popped back up.
I hope his tag team partner gets better though. They said it's
yeah.
serious for him.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Legit got a. I think
I think
legit
he had to get
spinal.
a fusion.
Yeah, he had to get a spinal fusion. G. Oh, and hey, so just to wrap up with this, shout out to Big E because he pretty much said, "Hey, I'm retired."
Yeah.
And he's
Like, hey.
comfortable with it, and that's cool.
Look,
You know,
that man-
health over everything, man.
Man's got a legit haircut now. He's retired.
50-50. But I would say that, and I'm saying 50-50 on the haircut because I still don't like it. But
I know,
I
but
would
it's
say
better.
I would say that Big E he's in a better situation than most people who have to force themselves to retire from wrestling. Because he has a legit, him and Seth Rollins has a legit chance at broadcasting, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see Seth in there.
Like him and Seth Rollins have legit, like that's why WWE keep him on those shows, and they know like Big E is a jewel. Like he can bring incitement, he can talk and stuff like that. He good. He can be an introduction type guy. Big E is Big E, man.
Exactly.
He's good at what he do.
Exactly. So like he's fine and comfortable with his like post wrestling. So it's like it is what it is. Shout out to him. But shout out to Big E, man. Black wrestling legend, G. Shout out to you, G. You had a great career. You had your had a good title run. You one of the best part of the greatest tag team, one of the greatest tag teams of the generation of all time, arguably as well. Shout out to you, my good brother, G. So enjoy your retirement and enjoy life, my brother. But let's
Hey,
go
do
ahead.
y'all want to hear a news thing?
Go
They
ahead.
honoring AJ Styles next week.
Yeah, he signed that contract.
Yeah,
He signed that contract. he signed,
Oh,
he signed that
I don't know.
contract, G.
it's
You might
Atlanta,
have signed.
Georgia, so they probably, that's his home.
Yeah, he signed that contract. So shout out to AJ. We're gonna they know what they're doing. You can't fool. You can fool them, but you can't fool a real nigga, as Joe Budden once said. But either way, let's wrap this episode up. We appreciate you guys as always for listening, watching this podcast. It's all greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share with your people. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We are at 850, almost. I think we almost at 850 now. The goal is we get to 900, we get to 1,000. Help us get there, G. Real stuff. Share with your people. Let them know you rock with us, rock with the content, and be on the lookout. Also, we do got a Cam and Trail did a Attack on Culture special with the State of Play that got some heat coming out for you guys. So check that out, and be on the lookout for another Attack on Culture episode next week as well. So that's it. Appreciate you guys, and peace.
peace.